Hello and welcome to Crafting Some Ambience. It's lovely to see you here. Disclaimer: please cook, bake, craft, create, use tools or equipment, etc. in accordance to manufacturer's instructions and with appropriate safety measures or protective equipment. My way may not always be the best way, so double check on safety before proceeding. This video is a vlog rather than a tutorial. No health advice will be given. Always consult fully qualified medical professionals. Stay safe, stay kind, and have fun creating. Thank you very much. Products shown on Crafting Some Ambience. At the time of uploading this content, I have had no products or services given to me as sponsorship to promote or to review. I either buy things myself under my real name without mentioning this channel, or a family member might have given me a birthday or Christmas gift. All views given are based on my experience at the time of purchase or using the item or service. Sometimes unforeseen circumstances happen during manufacture, packaging or delivery that may differ from my experience, which I feel empathy to you for, but I cannot be held responsible for. Thank you. Stay kind, stay safe, and enjoy crafting. Welcome back to Crafting Some Ambience. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I hope that the weather is improving where you are and that your winter is restful and peaceful and everybody's getting back to normal after all the festive shenanigans. Speaking of festive shenanigans, my wonderful friend Katie and her family got me a Mosaic kit for Christmas, and I thought this can be an ideal craft on the channel that isn't miniatures, that is general crafting. I have always been fascinated by mosaics. I love them. Roman ones, you know, Spanish tiles. If there's a mosaic, it's one of those joy moments. So when I saw this, I thought, yes, I am a terrible gardener. However, I desperately want to do this and make a lovely plant pot, and then I will go to Chandler's and I will get a plant and I will let it be the channel plant, and I will not lie, and my husband will nurture the channel plant so that it survives. So, on looking upon the instructions, I first use the supplied glue, apply it to the pot, and then stick the shards on, and then I leave it for 24 hours to dry. So I'm not allowed to play with it again for 24 hours, and I'm going to be strict upon myself with that, because I do tend to get very excited and carried away and go, oh, I'm sure it'll be all right now. No, it won't be. And we need to leave a little gap between each one so that the second stage, when we grout it, the grout can go in between and make a nice smooth mosaic surface. I am a buzz with excitement. And I'm looking at the pieces and I'm like, do you know what? Where to begin? I'm going to challenge myself. I tend to arrange everything in straight lines or symmetrically or in rainbow colours. And I'm going to force myself not to do that. So, glue. Let's do a small area. She said she's not going to do a line or rainbow colours, and she goes straight for a nice straight red one. So, not rainbow colours. Go on now. Here we go. Oops. I hope that everybody is enjoying the channel. If there is anything you would like to see me try, please let me know, because I'm always up for anything crafty. I am not leaving enough of a gap there. Come on now. Although, how much of a gap is enough of a gap? we shall discover. And I'm hoping to do some seasonal things over the year. I am a keen card maker, so if anybody enjoys that, let me know, because I regularly make cards for my family and friends. I also enjoy, I'm an enthusiastic amateur painter. We have a lot to learn. However, what we make up for in ability, we you know, we have the enthusiasm and the motivation to have a go, which is half the battle with learning, isn't it? If you shut off from wanting to try, then you'll never learn, will you? So we could also try some painting. I quite often paint outdoors, because when my husband goes fishing, I like to take the paints along. So if a little video like that is anything that someone's interested in, give me a shout. Need some more glue. Ooh. Ah. I enjoy all crafts though, so if there is anything, especially when it comes to those times of year when we want those bits for our home or gifts for family that we need ideas for, maybe we could do something like that. At the moment, with it being January, there's nothing really massive for me here in in the UK, like holiday wise, but I mean, there will be Chinese New Year. Our city has a massive Chinatown and really enjoys celebrating Chinese New Year. And some of our family and friends enjoy going into the city centre, and there's a dragon parade and things like that. So maybe we could craft something for that time. We also will have Pancake Day coming in February. We do enjoy that one. But if there's anything that's special to you and you'd like me to get some ideas together for something we could craft, let me know, because I do really enjoy learning about other cultures. I don't mean in a nasty cultural appropriation sense. I mean, you know, you learn about foods and art and language because you want to respect other people. And I definitely want to build a lovely community here who all respect each other and get to know each other, and we can all celebrate each other respectfully. Being neurodiverse, it is a challenge for me socially, and things like this channel is like massively out of my comfort zone. I, you know, even up to like October last year, I never would have thought in a million years that I'd be here doing this today. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to reach out and get to know people and build connections. And I love that, the fact that, you know, I'm sitting here in the UK on Thursday morning, and people who could be watching this once I edit it and put it up could be absolutely anywhere in the world, and you know, the time zone could be, you know, it could be a whole new day. I do love things like that. I love languages as well, so if you speak any other languages, then it would be so cool to hear what languages you speak. I speak English, French, Italian, Spanish, Catalan, Welsh. I'm trying to learn Irish. I am really trying, because I do find it a fascinating language. I am finding it a little tricky now. But I do love the challenge of learning a language, which is ironic because I'm really shy at speaking to other people. I'd love to learn your language, but then I'd probably cry having to speak to somebody in real life. Although I am getting better at it because I go to a neurodiverse social group once a week. Ooh. And I do absolutely love autistic socializing. It really is, you know, comfortable. I am throwing these pieces everywhere. And I am surprisingly embracing the fact that I have not planned where I'm putting these pieces at all. It is really, it's almost like meditative, because it's like I'm doing it and I'm chatting away to you guys, but I could be saying anything. Okie dokie. Let's go around and see where ones have decided to jump. They're making a bid for freedom. I think we're winning. So it is 5 to 12 on Thursday morning. I am not allowed to touch it until at least 5 to 12 on Friday morning. And I am actually more surprised because I said it's a Thursday morning earlier and I hadn't looked at the time, and I guessed. So for someone who's quite time blind, that's pretty good going. Okie dokie, I shall see you in 24 hours. Welcome back. It has been more than 24 hours. I have impressed myself with my patience, which I'm not renowned for. However, all the pieces have stayed on, and I've mixed the grout. Now, I've never grouted before, so some things might, be surplus to requirements, but I've set out my work area like I think might help. I put some greaseproof paper down, not only so that hopefully, fingers crossed, my craft mat is a lot easier to clean up. The red tablecloth that I have underneath is actually a white clean one that is only used underneath my cutting mat for crafting. So it is a tablecloth, but let's be honest, it's a messy mat. I have been having yogurt and overnight oats and things recently, so I have had, thankfully, 2 big yogurt tubs which I have just water in for the sponging stage. and to mix the grout in, so I don't have, you know, a container that I want to reuse for something that isn't DIY or crafting. But also the instructions say to leave these 2 containers for a couple of days after we finish and let the grout settle to the bottom, tip the water away, and then put the grout residue then into the bin. So if that's what the instructions are saying, that's what I'm sticking to. So they said, oh, and I also have emergency kitchen roll. They said mix the grout like thick cake batter. It came as like a powder, and to be honest, it almost looked like when you get those icing mixes and it's all powder like that. And mix it with enough water to make it a thick cake batter consistency. I think this is a thick cake batter consistency, but let's hope. I have a trusty sponge for the water phase that I'm not upset about destroying. However, this is really exciting. I can't wait to do this. They recommend using your hand. So I'm going to put one hand in the pot to keep one hand clean for, you know, any clean jobs, and I'm going to use the other hand for messy job. Okay, that's the plan. It is thicker than it came across as earlier, because I thought, oh no, I put so much water in. Well, it's a good job the greaseproof paper's down, isn't it? Here we go. So we're smoothing around and smoothing through. And we're not going too mad, but we're making sure, oops. Let's see if the grout keeps that up. I'm sure it'll be fine. Are words that I've never said ever. Just trying to make sure that the grout goes on the lip. I don't have to be too precious about the lip yet, because they do recommend that at the end you wet your finger and you run it across the top and the bottom. Just trying to make sure that we get a good even coating. Push it around. This is surprisingly therapeutic. I mean, for a change, I'm not thinking of anything other than what I'm doing and speaking to you. Wow. Which is a never event really for me. I'm always overthinking about something. But I suppose, you know, people get that nowadays. With our busy lives, let's pick some of this up. Ooh. There we go. Right, hang on. Let's just get some of the excess off. It's setting nice and quickly. Let's just make this bottom at least a bit more even. Get some of the worst off. Oops. I don't know why I'm not rinsing my hand in the water as I'm going to put the grouty sponge in anyway. That's hilarious. Right, so now we are just going to wipe the excess grout away so that we can see all the stones. And while we're at it, I will just make sure that that's, you know, if not tidy, at least flat. This is actually really fun. Another massive thank you to Katie and all her wonderful family. You all know who you are, because they got me this for Christmas. One, fab, and two, clearly know me so well. And three, they didn't know I was starting a YouTube channel. And looky here. What a serendipitous gift. So thank you so, so much. I won't name you all for safety reasons, but the whole family, you all know how much I love you. Okay, let's continue to just nice and clear. I am super pleased with this. Oh, this is fabulous. Loving it. Right, let's run this around. Ooh, this is smoothing out nice. Hey! And I've always wanted to do mosaics, and I've never done it before. Let's bring it back so that people can actually see. Here we go. Bob my hand in. It does look really, really nice. Now you have to leave it for at least 24 hours for the grout to fully dry. Then, however, I will be taking a little trip to Chandler's. It's a local like hardware, DIY, home decor. There's a bit of absolutely everything. If you're looking for something, even if it's something like quite unusual, Chandler's are going to have it. It is one of those amazing places. I'm going to go and get a plant and put it in, and it can be the channel plant. I do, however, have a very bad track record with plants, so my husband will water and nurture the plant. In the meantime, the works had wooden tulips, so at least I can finish the video with something inside the plant pot. And it's about, let's be honest, it's about the only thing I'll be able to put in this plant pot, and I'd be able to look after it. I would really recommend trying a mosaic craft like this. I am definitely going to try it again. I have had so much fun, and it has been a really relaxing, chilled craft. It's just been a lovely time, and I'm so grateful to Katie and her family, and I'm so grateful for all of you watching and following along and supporting me and our community and our channel and the people and places that I mention. And I hope that everybody has had an absolutely wonderful week. I hope that you're all keeping cozy and crafty during winter, and I can't wait to see you next time. Stay safe, stay kind, and have a wonderful time crafting. Thank you.